This is the global generic with Kumail. All right, Kumail, what does it mean to you to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Being a part of the MCU is so very exciting because I have been a fan of these movies since the first one. My wife and I went and saw Iron Man opening weekend. We lived in New York, and we've seen every single MCU movie together, most of them on opening weekend. So to be a part of this universe, it's just so incredibly exciting. It still hasn't hit me. I'll believe it when I was going to say I'll believe it when I see it, but I've seen it. I'll believe it when my parents see it. They're very excited.
Awesome. All right. What is Kingo like? Are you anything like him?
Am I anything like Kingo? Yeah, I think Kingo and I have a lot in common. You know, Chloe Zhao, our director, always said, I want to put pieces of you into these characters. She said, I picked you because you are Kingo. So I sort of picked parts of myself that I thought I haven't been able to like play on screen before, you know. And how do I put that in the context of an MCU superhero? So yeah, we have a lot in common. I think we're both sort of very excitable. I think we're both very enthusiastic. And then, you know, he's a little bit aspirational for me. I was like, I want to have his swagger, you know, like what is the best version of me? That's Kingo.
Awesome. All right. Why is it important to see diverse superheroes? What does it say to people, especially kids?
I think diversity in superheroes is so important. I think it's very important for kids to see themselves reflected back on screen as good guys, as superheroes. You know, I mean, growing up, I never saw anybody in superhero movies that looked like me. In fact, most of the people that look like me in Hollywood movies were the bad guys. So I love the idea that kids now will be able to look at the screen and see someone who kind of looks like them, who kind of sounds like them, who kind of has names like them, wearing an awesome superhero suit. You know, hopefully that'll make them realize that anybody can be a superhero.
How did director Chloe Zhao, is that how you pronounce it? Chloe Zhao's style of filmmaking enhance the experience for you?
What's great about Chloe's directing style is that she comes from independent movies. So her work is very intimate. It's really about the characters and it's really about the relationships between the characters. So even though we're doing this massive, huge MCU movie with monsters and spaceships, and we're in these epic locations on mountains at the edge of cliffs, it always really felt small in a good way. It always felt like it was really about how my character felt about the other characters, how my character felt about the situation they were in, how my character felt about himself. So working with Chloe, you know, she did a really good job of making everything feel very, very small. And you'll see that in the movie. The scale of the movie is so epic. It's so big. It's bigger than any movie I've ever seen. But then the character work is so specific and real and grounded and wonderful. And I think that's really what Chloe brought to it, is this massive vision married to very, very small, keenly observed character moments.
What did you enjoy most about making this film?
What I enjoyed most about making this film was wearing the superhero costume and doing action scenes. It was so fun. Honestly, I kind of miss that costume. Like you feel a little bit cooler wearing it. You know, everything fits so perfectly and you feel so good. You stand up a little bit straighter. And I wish I could wear that costume to just like a coffee shop, because I think I'd have a little spring in my step.
And lastly, what do you hope audiences experience when they see the film?
I think the film has so many wonderful messages in it. It's about how everyone on Earth is a community and how humanity has much more in common than we don't. But really, I think audiences are going to have such a good time watching this movie. It's so fun. It's so funny. It's thrilling. It's exciting. The scale is epic. So even though it has like these themes and messages that are very profound, It's just a really fun, huge, epic sci-fi superhero movie. So hopefully they'll take the messages to heart, but more than that, I think people are going to have a really great time watching this movie.